Hey guys.
What's up, y'all?
So my name is Dre.
I'm Jay.
And welcome back to Life with the Innocent. Listen, we have not done this for so long, I forgot the darn intro.
That's okay.
Let's do this again. Ready?
2, 1.
Hey guys.
What's up, y'all?
My name is Dre.
I'm Jay.
And welcome back to Life with the Innocent. So I am about to go pick up my car right now. So we are about to take you guys on a ride. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. I am getting an oil change done. So I had left my car there so I could go home and get ready because I am going to a brunch right now. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We appreciate you guys so much, and we thank you guys for always showing the love, for always helping us grow. So we wanted to discuss the topic of selfish versus selfless in a marriage.
What led to that topic was because we realized from reading books about marriage, books about relationship, also going through our first year of marriage, we realized one of the keys to us actually having success and actually being able to make it through was being selfless. And of course, that's not like a very popular word in our culture, in our society right now, because people are all about me, self-care, this, worry about yourself type stuff. But we realized very early on in our marriage that if it was going to be successful, we're going to have to make sure that it was we would be two individuals who were both selfless. Meaning that I make sure I care for her, she makes sure she cares for me. And honestly, if you have one, if one of the individuals is not selfless, it's not going to work.
As most of you guys know, no marriage is perfect.
Right.
So what can actually get you even merely close to that? You have to learn how to be one. Because that's really, if you think about it, that's really all a marriage is. It's two people, two individuals who once upon a time did not know each other's names, did not know each other existed, but decided to become one. And that's very hard. It is very hard for any couple to ever become one. We have to compromise a lot. Compromise a lot and understand, okay, so you're not like this, but I'm like this. Let's come in the middle so that we can make that choice together.
Absolutely. It takes teamwork.
Yeah.
It takes teamwork. It takes being selfless, letting go of what's comfortable to you, so that you can see what's comfortable for us. Because sometimes it's not a matter of it being a bad idea, but it may not be the best idea for both of you guys or for the marriage. And it takes wisdom, and of course it takes patience to be able to, get to that place, get to that point. Because like my wife said, we don't have a perfect marriage, but we have a marriage that's growing. We have a marriage that's consistently getting better, only because we're willing to highlight these key points like this. Once we realize, hey babe, you know what? I notice when I ask, what can I do for you? When I ask, hey, what would you like? I notice that in that moment or in those times that it's much more peaceful. Just vice versa. When you ask me, what can I do? What can you do for me? Because in that moment, in that time, I'm having an opportunity to serve her. She's having an opportunity to serve me, and it just works hand in hand.
We've literally been married for a year and a half. But in that year and a half, we have had the chance to learn a lot. Like, we have sat in different councils with other marriages and have been able to basically, in a way, get free content.
Absolutely.
And
one of the keys that we see throughout every marriage.
Communication.
White, black, Spanish, it don't matter.
Selfishness.
You got to be selfless. You got to, and if you're not selfless, you're guaranteed to put a wedge in between you and your mate, because that person now is not getting served in the capacity that they should be getting served in.
And we have learned the tool of what's in my store.
Yep.
So
that from
the book.
One of the books, Four Laws of Love.
Four Laws of Love. So if you are married, even if you're single, if you have not read it,
that book was amazing. Definitely helped us out a lot. It was very practical keys that you can apply to your marriage. Like, as you get done reading, hey, but you know what? Let's try this.
Because honestly, when you don't know, you don't know. Yeah. Because it's one thing for me to have an opinion and for him to have an opinion, and we just going back and forth about it. Where now we have another source basically that's telling us, hey, I've been married for this long and I can tell you this is what works. So it takes away a lot of the I say so, he say so. It's no, this is what it is. Neither of us have been married before, so we have to learn from others who have
and ones who have already went through things that we have not gone through, and we don't have to go through if we would be able to grab a hold. And one of the things that one of my mentors always said about books is when you read books about like a particular area, you get a chance to receive that author's mind about that area and potentially their expertise. And so if you really, pay attention and you don't just read it as like a bedtime story, but you read it as something that you can apply, it really will shorten down your learning curve and help you to really understand how to navigate some of those pitfalls that they gonna come. In marriage. So it's not. That was a really good one. Yeah. That one was good. We did relationship goals with Mike Todd.
We did that when we were like literally dating.
But that 4 Laws of Love was a big hitter for sure.
The 4 Laws of Love, I would definitely recommend that to anybody.
That was really, really good.
And I also read Miles Monroe's The Power of the Purpose of a Woman and the Purpose of a Man.
Yeah, I did The Purpose of a Man.
It's 2 different books, so I read both of them. And as a wife, The Purpose of a Man, because a lot of times you don't understand like what's going through his head. You don't understand, like, dang, like, why you like this? But when you read about the male species, is that a?
That's it.
No, for real, when you read about them, like, they're totally different from a woman. So a lot of times that's where the back and forth comes in, because he looks at it in the one way, I look at it a different way, because we weren't meant to look at anything the same way. Because if you can see exactly what I can see, then there's no need for me to be your help.
Or if you see it exactly how I see it, right? It's okay for your mate to see something differently.
It's okay,
because now you get a chance to have another perspective. I think sometimes we look at it as a negative thing, like
you don't get it.
You're not seeing.
You don't see it,
but
you don't understand. They're not like, that's a good thing. Honestly, if you really think about it, that's a good thing.
And it really shows you communication.
Yeah, because now it's a different perspective that you would have never thought about. Right. Like me and my husband, we use that a lot, because I see things totally different than he see things.
My wife is more of it needs to be structured, it needs to be like this, it needs to be in order, it needs to be written down, these bits. I'm more of the like, we're gonna do it as we go, we're gonna figure it out as we go, like, let's try this, let's try that.
I can't do that. My mind,
that's my personality.
Like, most times I would stress under chaos. While him, he's on go.
I'm just fine.
Like, he's on go. Me, I like order. I like my to-do list. I like all of that.
And it helps. It's a good balance. It's a good balance, because I help her to be flexible. She helps me to be structured.
Exactly.
And they both are necessary. But when it comes to being selfless, if I don't serve her with what's in my store of creativity or what's in my store of freedom, then she misses out on how to become more flexible, how to become more open-minded. But also, on the flip side, if she don't serve me with what's in her store of structure, what's in her store of order, then I miss out on key points that I need to have even inside of my box.
Yeah, so you always got to know each other's strengths and weaknesses,
and know what your partner needs.
Know what your partner needs.
In your store.
Yeah.
Remember, we learned this in the 4 Laws of Love. What I need is in her store. What she needs is in my store.
And that's the only store for you.
That's the only store. When you get married,
ain't
you don't get to shop at multiple stores. This is my store. I'm her store. That's it.
Ain't no other store.
Yeah.
That's the only store you go to every darn day that you wake up. You go to that same store.
Absolutely.
So that's, of course, we still have a lot longer to go,
a lot more to learn,
and a lot more to learn.
It's just a key that we learned so far,
and it has helped tremendously.
It helped us out, and we believe it can help you out. So if you married, or you're in a relationship, or you're dating, try it out.
New, old, whatever it is. But that has helped us a lot. So making sure that you are selfless in a marriage.
It's not that a person is saying, hey, just forget all about you. Because if you're no good, you're not gonna be any good for your mate.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going with it.
But the focus on you.
Take care of yourself, not for your selfish needs, but to make sure that you are good for the person that needs you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you want to make sure you're in a position where you can serve them.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, or if you yourself are not well, you yourself are not good, then nobody wants to go inside a store that's jacked up, beat up, and not ready. Like, that's like walking inside of a Walmart and half of the light bulbs are out. You know what I'm saying? You look around like, hey, I'm good. Let me go to the next store. You know what I'm saying? Or you walk in and there's no cashier. There's nobody to serve us.
Everybody have their days. Right. Everybody have their days. Everybody have their moments. Some days, listen, I'm like, I'm not with it. Yeah. But I have to know, okay, I'm not with it, but how's that helping my partner?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not with it. I'm not feeling it. And even him sometimes, like, he has to understand, like, okay, you know what, let me just, you know, give her a break on this day or whatever. And that comes from knowing each other. Because if I'm not a person that's always lazy, I'm not a person that always stays in bed.
You should recognize, like,
you should recognize something wrong.
Maybe she just a little tired. Her body, maybe she need a little rest or whatever. And that comes from being selfless, being able to learn your mate. It takes selflessness to be intentional about learning what she likes or what's good for her, or what do I notice that she don't really do that's not really her strong suit, so I can help her in that area. But if I'm only worried about me, I'm not going to worry about that. And I know we live in a time and a culture where it's all about, you know, self-care this, self-care that, self-care this.
And there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. But I think what makes it negative
when
it's selfish.
When it becomes selfish, and it's like, well,
I can take care of myself and not be selfish.
Absolutely.
That's two different things.
And when you're a single person, practice opportunities where you get a chance to serve, because it'll help you in marriage. Because in being single, you don't really have another person that you're, you know, obligated to be serving, so you don't get that practice unless you intentionally put yourself in positions, whether it's in church or at the community center or wherever, volunteer opportunities. Find ways to serve,
give yourself,
so that when you get into marriage, you used to giving yourself away. So it's not like, oh my God,
you just wearing me out.
You need something else.
I am overwhelmed.
And it's like, bro, you're not overwhelmed. Like, relax.
You're just not used to giving yourself. So that's really literally all it is. You're just not used to giving yourself to somebody else constantly.
Right.
That's the thing, guys. It's constantly, because this person don't leave your side unless, you know, they go to work.
That's my only store.
That's like
I can't go to no.
Because the thing is, even when you were saying store, like, I'm thinking about it, even like naturally, we don't go to the same store every day. Like, I'm gonna go to Walmart, I'm gonna go to Publix, I'm gonna go to Target, I'm gonna go to all these different, I have choices, I have options. But in a marriage, you ain't got no darn options.
One store.
It's one store. You have to train your mind. Imagine saying, I'm gonna go to Walmart for the rest of my life and never go nowhere else.
I got a membership with this store, and it's not a negative thing. It's not like, oh, I only can go to this one store. Oh my God, I don't have no other store to go to. No, it's a benefit, it's a plus, because with this membership that I have with this particular store, there are benefits that other people can't get from the store because of the membership I have.
And so that store also protect you from a lot.
Yeah, it's a safety net, because other people are able to get served from her as well, but they don't get the benefits that I get.
Yeah,
and so it's
certain benefits is simply for that member.
Yeah. But this is a disclaimer. This is what worked for us. Right? So we ain't saying, hey, you gotta go do this. But we're saying,
we ain't telling you.
Hey, this what worked for us. All right. And if you think it'll work for you,
go ahead and try it. If you do not, go on.
Ain't no pressure. No love lost.
No love lost. But we thank you guys for spending this time with us. We are currently at our destination.
Sorry to cut the conversation short.
Yeah.
We'll do a part 2 maybe.
Maybe. If you guys have questions, just put your questions down. Maybe I don't have questions then.
That's cool. Yeah. Drop in the comments what you would like us to talk about next. How about that?
Yeah. But yeah, so we are here and we're about to go. So we thank you guys. We love you guys.
Love y'all.
And we just enjoy.
Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all.
Commenting, liking, sharing, all of it. We appreciate it.
So see you next time.